red and white.
Oh,
And every
no, it says gold, red, and I say gold. Another right and then a left, right? I think so. Okay, all right, good.
So is food assembly coming us?
I think probably in here. They rent them for $5 at One Rockers.
The baby's breath?
No, this baby's breath, I bought that
Did you divorce?
from One Rockers, yeah.
Oh, you're so good. But they rent out the. Fill that to the right sink. You fill that way, that seems to work better, otherwise. It didn't work that well. that out of my head.
I am the coordinator at the Spirit Room. I work under Dawn Morgan as her administrative assistant. Anyways, I'd like to introduce Thom Tamro. He was born and raised in the heart of the Steel Valley of Western Pennsylvania. Since 1983, he has lived and worked in Moorhead, Minnesota. His poems, essays, reviews, and interviews have appeared in numerous anthologies and magazines. He is the recipient of 2 fellowships in poetry from the Minnesota State Arts Board, a Locke McKnight Award in Poetry, and a Jerome Foundation Travel and Study Grant. In 2010, he was a recipient of the McKnight Fellowship Grant awarded by the Lake Regions Arts Council. I am so deeply honored to have Thom join us in our gallery. He is a wonderful, fine photographer, a poet, and a great professor at MSU State. So the Spirit Room and I am honored to have Wish You Were Here and Thom Tamro.
I told Giselle she'd say nice things about me. I would give her an A in my class. Good job, Giselle. Thank you all for coming tonight. There's so much going on downtown, and I appreciate you taking the time to come to the Spirit Room here. I'm going to try to keep my comments short. I know some of you might have other commitments. There's some openings down the street. There's some other concerts that are going on. So I've always enjoyed working and collaborating with other artists. And I must confess it's been for a very simple and selfish reason, and that is that I learn so much when I do that. It's like getting a free education when you work with other artists. And so I really, whatever art that you practice, if you have the opportunity to collaborate with someone, do it. It's such a great experience. And as I said, I learned so much from these folks. I just want to thank people who've been sort of instrumental for helping me put this together, this show together. Dawn, for inviting me, thank you to the Spirit Room, and for suggesting that I accompany each image with more than just the usual museum label, and to do a little narrative. I hope that if you don't get a chance to read through it this evening, maybe you could come back when you have a little more time and look through them. I hope that they're informative and that they're complimentary and enjoyable to read. They were certainly fun for me to go back over. The cards in the show, the photographs in the show, the images in the show go back about 17 years. I first started doing this back in, and this is the first card that I did. It's a black and white card of Emily Dickinson's grave. And when I look on the back of it, it's 1986. So I've been fooling around with when I travel to make some images, bring back, and maybe choose 1 or 2 that I like to turn into my postcard, rather than buying the postcards that I find at the site where I am. And the 2 that I did, I said Emily Dickinson's grave and Jack Kerouac's grave, permanent residents of New England. And that was sort of a whirlwind trip that I did. One, had been invited out to the University of Lowell in Massachusetts, and I met a friend, and we did this sort of whirlwind trip of visiting dead writers' graves. And so those are my first two that come back. So last year I was trying to clean up my study, which was a failure. And but what I did was I was able to gather all these cards that I had collected, and I realized, holy mackerel, I have about 50 of these cards, maybe close to 60 of them that I've done over the years. And I thought, should I do something with them beyond just individual cards? They were not made in relationship with each other or to each other. And so I thought about it, and I met with Dawn and talked with Dawn and said, Dawn, I have this idea. I don't know that I've thought through it all the way, but here's what I have in mind. She said, go with it. So I really want to thank Dawn. And then I also want to thank Giselle for helping out with details. Giselle's very good with details, and I've worked with Giselle before when we were working on the Spirit of the Crow book, and so it was great to be able to work with her again. So thank you, Giselle, for your help and for hosting this evening. At MSUM in the marketing area, the print shop, Jerry Nygaard, those of you who work all know Jerry, and Katie Fakin and Jennifer Donahue, who's just come over from Matheson's, where she's worked for 20 years, and she's now at MSUM, a really great person. She helped me with the production of the cards, and so I want to thank them. There are two people here that are especially close to me, and I'm grateful to. Jane and Wayne Goodmanson. I know they're someplace around here, around the corner. Wayne, his work as a photographer, obviously, and then his friendship has meant a great deal to me. When I travel with, some of these photos come from trips that I've traveled with Wayne, British Isles, some of the photos from British Isles. And just being around Wayne, this is where you get education without tuition. You listen, you watch, and I see him looking, and I hear him talking, and it's like, wow, this is so great. So Wayne, thank you for your help. Jane, I mentioned early on, kind of helped me think through the project a little bit. She came over the house, and I told her the plan, and we kind of put some ideas together. How do I deal with these images that are 40+ images? And so we kind of talked about it. So she was very helpful, and so. The other thing that she did last Sunday, she came and spent almost 6 hours here helping. I should take that back. Let me rephrase that. I helped her hang a show. So thank you, Jane, so much for, again, friendship in your work, and you guys teach me so much. So when I'm around you, so if I hang around you, one of the reasons why is very selfish reasons. I'm learning an awful lot. Alan Sheets. I don't know if Al's here.
He was.
Oh, he was here?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, I didn't get a chance to see him. Al designed the posters, the cards that some of you have seen. He helped me with the mounting of the narratives that accompany each photograph, choosing fonts and so on. And this is the second project that I've worked with Al. And Al was the lead designer on the Spirit of Crow book. And again, what a great education to just kind of be there and watch him think through some of the challenges and the decisions that have to be made along the way, and I'm taking it all in. So it's great. It's great to work with Al. He's easy to work with, but like Wayne, he allows me to see things that I ordinarily probably would not see myself, and so I'm grateful to Al. Over there, my dear friend and golf cart mate, Terry Rude. Thank you, Terry, for coming over this evening and playing the solo acoustic for me. Appreciate it.
Do you learn anything from
I am. I'm learning that I will never pick up a guitar. And I've learned that I don't want to sing. Because I can't sing. And then finally, I want to thank my wife Sheila for being my travel partner for many of the trips and during the years when many of these images were made, and for being patient while I said, just one more photograph, just one more. So thank you, Sheila, for being a great travel mate. I hope that before you leave, I hope you'll be able to read through my artist statement as it describes what I'm up to in this exhibit. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have, but I know that a lot of you are off to other places, and so instead of doing that now, we can do that after I talk here. One-on-one might be a better way to do that. So, I don't know. I'll just say a couple other things here, and then I'll let you go. I'm gonna conclude with, I'm gonna read to you a short passage from a book, from a novel by Rainer Maria Rilke. It's his only novel, and it's called the Notebooks of Malte Lards Brigi, and it was published in 1910. And it's an autobiographical novel, I guess. Rilke lived in Paris when he was a young man, and he was working as Rodin's assistant and secretary. And like the character in the book is a angsty 28-year-old artist who's living in poverty and squalor, and he loves being out on the streets of Paris because where he lives is so awful. And so he's listening all the time, and he's looking and he's seeing all the time. It's an impressionistic novel. There's no real plot to the novel, and it has an impressionistic quality to it. Observations, notes, again, nothing that resembles a plot. But about 3 pages into the novel, he says this, and I think that it describes my journey as I work with images, not only as a writer, but also as someone who makes some photographs every once in a while. And so he says this, but again, it's about 3 pages into the book, into the novel. He says, "I'm learning to see. I don't know what it's about, but everything is registering in me at a deeper level and doesn't stop where it used to. There's a place within me I wasn't aware of. What's going on there? I don't know." So I'll just end with that, and again, thank you all for coming this evening. Please enjoy the show, enjoy the refreshments, and please don't feel bad about cutting into the cake. It's supposed to be eaten. And that's not printer's ink, that's dog. You can't eat the ink on there. Enjoy more of Terry's music, and certainly enjoy each other's sociability. Thank you for coming.
Thanks, Tom.